tap, tap in. Tap, 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 tap, tap in.
Welcome to Tap In Tuesday, everybody. It's your girl TT from the D. Happy Tuesday, everybody. It has been a long day, to say the least, but I have been looking forward to tonight's show. I have three amazing women on tonight. All are a beast in their own right. We have a veteran up in the building, right? And so I'm always loving when I have the opportunity to kick it with her. And then we have two other young ladies. One is a part of a trio. Okay, so, and then the other one, she hits the stage and she loans those vocals out from time to time. So we all do a lot. And that's what I love about this group that I brought together. Now, there's a lot of women in podcasting. However, I selected these three people for a reason. So let me give you a photo of each one of these queens. So you can be like, who are you talking about, TT? Right? And so I'm going to speak about this young lady first, Rocki. I love this photo of her. She is so pretty anyway, but I just love this. It's a lot of personality, a lot of energy. She is, for real, who you see. She's a wealth of knowledge. She's always rooting for everybody, including the underdog, okay? She understands why we have to have those yeses as well as why we have to balance them out to have those no's. And we'll kind of talk about that, like the no's we get in life versus the yeses we get in life. They're all necessary, everybody. They are necessary. In order to get to that yes, you got to accomplish having a good group of no's. And I know you're like, TT, who want to have a no? They are good for you. I know it might not sound like it is, but it is. Trust me, it is. Next up, we have this young lady, Sunshine Camila. She is an actor. She's also a singer. She's also an author. And she is a big supporter as well. She supports everything and everybody. She will, even if she can't show up, pretty much Rocki do this as well. They'll buy a ticket and bless somebody with it. You understand? And so that's one of the things I love about her. She's a solo podcaster, amongst other things. And then last but not least, I have Tan. Now, Tan is new to the podcast game. She is the founder of MILFN Podcast, and she is partners with two other amazing, beautiful women. I had the pleasure of interviewing them a few times. And she is exactly the way you see her. She is such a sweetheart, but don't let the smile fool you, because she could be something else to deal with on a beautiful note. And so with all that being said, I'm going to bring these queens one at a time. We're going to have Sunshine Camila joining us in just a little while. She didn't tell me my no. She could have told me no, but she gave me a yes. She's also doing her own show right now on her own. She said, TT, I'm going to be a little late, but I'm going to show up for you. I didn't want to tell you no. And then Tan, she's not feeling 100% tonight. She just told me, I ain't want to tell you no. I'm like, I love it. I understand the no's. And I would have been like, I got you. Me and Rocki would have rocked this thing out. But I respect them for their time. So once at a time, I'm going to bring my veteran, as I said earlier, she's my veteran. I'm going to bring Rocki Harris from Rocki's Reality. This beautiful queen, right there, right there, right there. Hi, Rocki. You muted, queen.
Hey, love. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, baby. How you doing?
I am worn out, to be honest. But listen, as the other lady said, I had to be here for my girl. So it is what it is. I'm so blessed.
Lashes off now.
I'm blessed despite the mess. I'm here. I started my day. Talking about long day. I started my day in Mount Pleasant. Okay, so.
Ooh. And you came all the way back.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
You a trooper.
Honey. Went up there, did what I needed to do, and got right back home. Cause I can't be gone long. So yeah.
Motherhood, wifehood.
I'm honored as always to be here with you. Thank you.
The pleasure is mine, Queen. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go get one of our other sisters. So next up, ladies and gentlemen, as I was saying earlier, I'm bringing this queen. Everybody meet Tan.
Hi,
Welcome,
everyone.
Tan.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Hey,
you.
Tam.
Hi.
I mean, Tan. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Tan.
Okay.
Welcome, ladies. Welcome. I know the show is normally an hour long, but in good favor, I got some things as we navigate throughout the evening that I can actually hold off towards the end because I understand everybody's day has been very long. And so I'm going to get to what we need to do, handle our business, and I'm going to let y'all go be great. Okay. Now, as I was saying during the introduction, Camila is going to join us shortly because she's podcasting right now. Her show is going on right now. So what I would like to do to take time out at this moment is to go around and have you ladies to talk a little bit about who you are, what you do, a little bit about your podcast show, so that people that may not be familiar with you can learn who you are and become new lovers of who you are. So my veteran, I'm gonna let you see how it's done, Tan, so you can get some homework done. So I'm gonna let my right. So I'm gonna let Rocki, could you come on through and let the people know who Rocki Harris is, a little bit about your podcast, because you do a lot of things, but we focus on podcasting tonight. I know, because I could have you on here about a whole lot of things. But tonight we're talking about women in podcasting. So can you tell the people a little bit about you and your podcast show?
When people ask what do you do, I'm like a whole lot of shit. A whole lot. But I am Rocki with Rocki's Reality, the #1 podcast for culture, well, unfiltered and unapologetic culture, entertainment, and relationships. And it's hard to explain what I do. I discuss anything related to culture, entertainment, and relationships that pertain to us as a Black community. I am about elevating and shining and highlighting people from Detroit and also celebrities, activists, influencers, and everyday people. I'm a storyteller. So everybody has a story. So I love using my platform to again highlight people, to bring awareness, because even though it's great to interview celebrities, I also enjoy when I have shows about estate planning or the legalization of cannabis or domestic violence or mental health. So those are definitely topics that I like to address as well. But I just also just enjoy highlighting and telling stories of people's stories who have not had the shine that they deserve. Detroit has a wealth of talent. We have an abundance of people who are doing their thing, and I just love to shine a light on that. Rocki's Reality is just an extension of who I am as a person. It's just I'm a social worker by trade, so I am used to working with families and with people and building relationships. I love connecting others. It's nothing like Titi said, I'm that person. If you need something, I'm going to find out for you. If you need a connection, I'm going to connect you with that person who can help you, because I believe we have everything we need within our network. If you need an attorney, if you need a doctor, if you need a photographer, we have it right. We have reputable people right within us. And I love interviewing celebrities because I want to get to who they are more so than what they do and what they represent to us, because they're people just like us as well. But also I've had a range of people from Hill Harper to Wendy Raquel Robinson and everyday people like TT as well. Well, not really everyday people. I don't know if you fall in that category. You more of an influencer category, but just, and I just try to have my shows be applicable to what's happening. So for Black Music Month in June, I had artists who were, of course, in the music industry. Next month is domestic violence awareness and cancer awareness. So I'll probably have a show with some guests discussing domestic violence. In this past May, I had mompreneurs from Detroit. So I always like to just highlight and, of course, make it applicable to us and educating us, because we go off a lot of social media sound bites, which I can't stand. So I like to bring light to the conversations, educate people while also entertaining them. And then, of course, as a writer and an editor, I do that as well. So that's me in a nutshell.
Well, you did that. You summed that up pretty damn good. Yeah. And you kind of hey Carmen, this is another amazing young lady from the D, amazing actress, model. Just she's a big supporter of a lot of people as well. Rocki, you are, we're gonna get to it, but you are someone who will tell it like it is and be authentic with it. And I say that with a lot of love, because some people will water it down. Like I'll tend to say, I'm not gonna blow smoke up your ass, right? Because why? If you ask me my opinion, I'm gonna give it to you. Everybody has a butthole, and we got opinions as well. But I don't want to put anything into the atmosphere that I don't believe or I don't think is right. And when you bring on your guest, like I'm a fan of your work as well, not only as a podcaster.
Likewise.
Thank you, Queen. Not only as a podcaster, but as a writer. You are true indeed a storyteller.
Thank you.
And you rub elbows with some of everybody, right? But what I love about you, and I feel like I do the same, you don't switch up. You are who you are. As you say, unapologetically. But I can respect that. So
I came a long way. It's a long way. It's at this big age. I'm 47 years old. I don't have time or the energy to really be faking the funk at this point. And that's just how I've been. I know at times I need to have a filter, but then I'm like, a lot of times I'm saying what others are thinking. So I'm like, you're welcome. I'm just, it is what it is. I'm a truth teller, and especially with, because as I tell people, I was here. Oh, it looks like sunshine is here. I was here before social media even came about. You know what I'm saying? I was doing what I was doing before then. So I don't feel like I have to be under certain pretenses. It is what it is. You're going to see some good times and you're going to see some bad times as well. So I just, everyone else is taken. So I can only be me. Right? Everyone else is taken. So I just try to stay true to that and authentic to people. And I've just see that's just the way my family raised me, that you have to show up as your authentic self.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you for that. Sunshine, is the link, did you get the link? Don't kill me if you ain't get it. Like, maybe kill me, because I thought I sent it. Let me know if you don't got the link, because you here, but I don't see you in the green room. Okay, so, and I need to get that to you if you don't have it. Let me know, Queen. Next up, we have, Sunshine said it's a no to the, okay. I got you. Tan, I would like you to come on and tell people, first of all, about the title MILFN, because when I first heard it, I know it's not what you think.
I was thinking American Pie. Look, I'm from that generation, okay? But
it's not, but I'm going to let her tell, because I thought that, I was like, oh, I'm going to listen to that. She's like, it's not that. I was like, oh. Okay, so Tan, go ahead. Let the people know a little bit about who you are. MILFN Podcast, the floor is yours.
All right. Well, my name is Tan. I am 1/3 of the MILFN Podcast, so I'll start from the beginning. MILFN stands for Motherhood, Intimacy, Love, Family / Friends.
Okay.
So I just wanted to take a catchy word, but make it something a little different, but catchy, because like you see it and you're like, okay, I want to see what they're talking about, and you either gonna be happy or you're gonna be disappointed. I don't know. And pretty much I created that podcast as a safe space for moms to tell exactly like how they feel, because not every day you're gonna enjoy being a mom. You're gonna have issues you may have issues like struggling with your family that you've created and the family that you came from. There's so many different aspects. And so within the MILFN Podcast, I am the engaged friend. I've been with my significant other since we were in high school. My friend, she's remarried, so she has the co-parenting and the blended family. And I have a friend that is married, and we each tell different topics from our perspective. Like, for example, the last episode we did was the married single mother. Some people don't know what that term is, which we really just found out because it just happened to come up on Instagram. And it's pretty much where you're married, but you're still operating as if you're a single mom because the father may be out hanging out doing what he got to do or working or whatever. So we all have our own perspectives on that topic based on where we are in our lives and the relationships that we have cultivated in our own, like with our significant others. So we pretty much just tackle some hard topics. We have some like fun, lighthearted topics, and we just give our true, honest opinion. One episode we did where we had birth stories, where we all talked about our birth stories, like something that was challenging for us to deal with when we were pregnant. I talked about deciding if I wanted to terminate when I was pregnant with my son. I know I was pregnant with my son literally a month after my daughter turned 1. So that was a challenge within itself. And I told how I honestly felt. Like I didn't know if I was going to go through with it. And it did put me through a depression. It took me to a different state mentally, and I worked my way through it. And he's here. I'm happy he's here. And I'm able to tell my story because it can help somebody else that may not be able to talk about it. Because for a while, I didn't talk about it. I went through a lot with that pregnancy. Like I was not happy. Everybody else was happy about it. And I'm like, why are y'all so happy? This isn't a happy time. But after going through that and realizing what it was, I think perinatal depression. So he's here, and I'm here to tell my story to help the next person. Someone told me when I was debating on what I should do, they said you're not the first and he won't be the last. So I just used that story to just try to motivate other women that it's okay. Like you have those thoughts. As long as you're not taking it out on your child, you're great. Like you're not the first, you're not gonna be the last. So that's pretty much in a nutshell what MILFN is. We talk about everything. We have fun, we laugh, we tell our honest. I try to be as transparent as possible. And I mean, sorry, not sorry for any feelings that may be hurt, but I mean, that's my truth.
Yeah. No, real. That's real talk. Yeah. I think we said it, Rocki and I, differently, right? But yeah.
You're definitely, you know what, TT, and I always admire how you have tact. See, that's why people like you are needed in my life. You know, that's what I love about the Libra in you. You have tact. You do. Me, I'm just like, it is what it is. And so that's great. We need both people in the world. And I identify with what Tan is saying because I have a private group called Mama Matters on Facebook. And that's exactly what it's about, us being mothers and venting, because motherhood is not fun all the time. You love your babies. It's a blessing. Yeah. But it's hard work a lot of times. And a lot of times you're not happy. You're not feeling motherly and wanting to bake cookies and stuff. You're stressed out. So that's exactly why I created Mama Matters, so we could have a space where we could come and vent. We can joke. We can exchange resources. We could, be funny and tell nasty jokes sometimes. And moms definitely need that space. So kudos to what you're doing, Tan. We need those spaces, and we need to be honest, because at times moms, it's like we have this guilt, like we can't be honest with people. People want you to always be like, oh yes, it's great, when in reality, sometimes you have some shitty days, and you should have a space to be able to express that while people understand that I still love my children. I'm still a mama bear about my children. I will still kill someone over my children. And they notice, but at times, it does present that challenge. So
I agree. Well, we do have Sunshine. She has pulled up in the building. We're going to bring Sunshine, who is the founder of Keeping It Real Conversations, to the room.
It's evening.
Even
Hey.
I was telling the people that you was gonna come in a little late because you too were doing your own show today. Everybody on this call tonight, on this platform, I'm grateful for. You know, we have our friendships individually and we come together because we're women in podcasting and life be life and as we know it. And so Rocki and just went to motherfucking Everest Mountain and came back today. And
Mount Pleasant.
no, I know it was Mount Pleasant. I'm like, you went to Mount Everest.
Right. It felt like it though. I was driving on that highway, like, hurry up, Lord.
To get there and came.
People were like, go to Soaring Eagle. I'm like, I don't even gamble. Like, that's not.
But you know what? They got some good food in there, some nice little restaurants in there. You know, I might know a little thing or two about it. I'm like,
no judgment. I'm not mad at it. I was up there specifically for work, though. I was the 9 to 5 had me up there, so I did what I needed to do, and then I got back home. So I'm grateful for safe travels. But yeah.
Amen. Hey, Zanye. Kenyatta Zanye in the building. All right, so Sunshine, what we were doing, and as I was saying, like I got some things I want to do. And Kenyatta Zanye, hang around for a minute, y'all. I got a snippet of her song, one of her newest singles, and it really can apply to our lives. And I want to hear how you apply it to yours. It's called Price Change. Okay.
I still got to get her on my show.
You can.
Yeah, that single is fire. It's definitely Today's price ain't yesterday's. Today's price ain't yesterday's price for sure.
No, it's not. And I said, so I'm gonna play that. But before I do that, I want you, Sunshine, to go on and tell our viewers and listeners a little bit about who you are and about your podcast show.
Okay, so my real name is Camila Foster, aka Sunshine. And I came up with that a couple of years ago, just for the fact that light skin, coming and brighten up the room, the jokester, and people was jacking my name up. So instead of saying Camila, just call me Sunshine. I'm tired of correcting y'all. And so that's where that came from. My podcast show, Keeping It Real Conversations with Sunshine, has been in existence since the pandemic in 2020. Since we were outside, we're told we couldn't be outside. This was my way of connecting with people, having conversations with them, just being real, having those hard conversations about life, advice, connections, whatever it was that we were talking about. And then once it was on Facebook, before I even got to a YouTube or any of that, people were like, I didn't know you knew this person. They're related to me. We're all in the same circle. So that's where that whole 6 degrees of separation came from. You're literally one person away from where you need to be in your destiny. And that came about. And then it's, I have some dope people in my circle. And this circle gets bigger every day. Come to find out, we're more alike than we are different, but you'll only know that until you have a conversation. And so that's basically what my show is about. It's free advertisement. People come on there and drop their music, their books, movies, you name it, from celebrities that we know of to the regular 9 to 5 to the teenagers, kids. It don't matter. You got something to say, I'm here to listen.
You know what I love about us? You said it. We're all different, but we're like one and the same. And for people that are maybe listening for the first time to the show, I am TT from the D. Because you probably are a Rocki fan and follower, or you are a Sunshine fan or follower, or you may be a MILFN Podcast fan or follower, because these great women came on. So with my podcast, I too have all kind of people on here, politicians, just everybody. And I like to look for people who really aren't in social media like that. I like to, when you have a business or a brand, I'm big on brands. If you send me stuff, people send me stuff all the time. And if it's something that I will use, I will, promote it or whatever. Now, if it's something that I won't use, I mean, I'll share it, but I ain't wearing it. Sorry. I just can't. Because what did I say earlier? I'm not going to blow smoke up your butt. Like, oh, yeah, I really use this so-and-so. No, I don't. Like, no, I don't. I'm not going to do that. Some people might feel a certain way about this. I don't. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to have everybody's music come through and all that, because I don't focus solely on entertainers. I too like to get people on everyday people like us. You know what I'm saying? And we're not everyday people. We are unique in our own route, but y'all understand what I mean. Celebrities as well, right? I also have a platform where I have a top of the morning show. So I do a visual here once a day a week. And then I do the top of the morning show Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. On Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. And I talk about all kind of crap on there. And I taught myself how to incorporate people's music. So we don't have radio, right? Syndication for TT from the D, but I'm damn sure on these platforms like out here. And I don't even know how I got there, to be honest. I started out with Anchor.fm. And so that takes me to my next question. We're gonna table it because I said what I said and I want to hold true to it. I don't wanna lie to y'all. Hey, Marcus Divine.
Hey, Marcus.
Oh, what up, though?
Hey.
Marcus is shaking and moving, y'all. Y'all know he's dropping music. Y'all gotta have him come through. I'm going to play this snippet. As I said earlier, price change. I'm gonna get it queued up here, and then I want you guys to think about this question that I will ask you when we come back. Why did you start podcasting? You're so creative. You do so many things, wear many hats, because I know all of you individually. Why did you start podcasting? Okay, think about that. So I'm going to get us ready with this snippet of this song. It's not the whole song, but it's a snippet. And it's Kimiana Zanye's newest single, Price Change.
I won't give my love to just anybody. Them days are over. I'm moving onward and upward. Oh, if you can't love me better than I love me, you gotta move on. 'Cause I'm moving onward and upward. Oh, I've had a lot of loss, many goodbyes, and hell of rejection, wasted time. Did all my energy unknowingly for free. Emotional debt had me stuck with the fees, but now I see price change had to increase the value in me, and that's why I won't give my love to just anybody. Them days are over. I'm moving onward and upward. Oh, if you can't love me better than I love me, you gotta move on. 'Cause I'm moving onward and upward.
Oh. Listen, friend. I be geeked up. I'm like, oh. Yeah, that's just the snippet, y'all. I'll be able to play the full song very soon. It's gonna be one of my TT from the D songs that I'll play throughout. I also I'll be playing Marcus' song "Greatest Show" tonight, and then I'm gonna be dropping a commercial. Some people don't know, but I'm a contributing author to an amazing book, so I'm going to drop that little commercial in a minute. But the question that I asked, we pinned it, but when you hear that price change in your life for you, what does that mean? Because you can add it into your relationships. Like, listen, the love you gave me or what I had, you can apply it there. If you at work, if you are an entrepreneur, yesterday prices, we know that, right? We can sing that, and that's real talk. I know for a fact, Rocki know that, Sunshine know that because she's a serial entrepreneur, does a lot of things. I know that. Tan, you may know that you sitting on some gifts, but we'll talk about that later. Yeah. And so when you hear that price change, what's the first thing you think about, Rocki?
Just betting on yourself. Like I always, I never lose when I bet on myself. And it's been times where I have felt, even as the veteran, I have felt anxious and doubtful about if what I'm doing is making sense, if it's making the impact that it needs to. But I've learned that I always betting on myself. And just a lot of times when you don't value yourself, people are not going to value you. So I've learned to place myself at a higher value now. And it may seem like arrogance or, at times to people, but it's like, no, I'm betting on myself because I know I'm the shit. I know the value I bring to the table. So that's and those of us who buy groceries know that the yesterday's price ain't today's price. Stuff is higher. Everything is higher. Yeah. So guess what? We gotta bet on ourselves, and that's part of why. And I'll wait. I know you don't want the other part of the question, but yeah, that's what price change reminds me of. Betting on yourself. You always win when you bet on yourself.
Okay. Sunshine, what does it mean what does it mean to you when you heard it?
First of all, that vibe was amazing.
Baby.
I was like, why the song quit? Like I was all like, hey.
Yes. I was over here thinking I was playing because I do got the whole song, but
yeah, we
I got it loaded up.
Yes,
like, I'm over here.
Why stop?
Because I don't even play
like Rocki said, when you've done so much, with me doing so many things, whether it's writing, books, acting, singing, dancing, I do it all. It's like you can't come to me with any old thing. Those days are over with. I'm not a rookie, so don't try to treat me like one. I'm still at the point where, I still have to get up and encourage myself of I'm not what I used to be. And I'm still striving. I'm still, full-time wife, daughter, sister, minister, full-time student in college. I'm doing it all. And I'm not leaving nothing on the table. So when it's time for me to go, they're going to be like, dang, what didn't she do? How about that?
I like that. Tan, same question.
Yeah, for me, it was about growth and protecting your peace. So if it doesn't suit me no more, then I gotta go, because me and what I feel internally is everything. So if I got to remove you or remove the situation or whatever it is to protect my peace, bye. And that's just like the beginning.
The level of cutoff.
Yes.
The level of cut off.
Yes, I'm the cutoff queen.
We might be twins. Twin, where have you been?
I can't.
That's me. Seriously, like
I will cut you off in a minute and act like I don't know you in the street.
She might be an Aries.
Inside joke. She will.
No, I'm a Virgo, and my friends was like, "You can't just cut everybody off." I'm like,
"Yeah, we can.
Why not?
Yeah, we can."
Like, okay, I don't know them. And if they said that they knew me, they lied.
Yep, you disturbing my peace. Yeah, you can go. You can.
When I first heard the song, the first thing I thought about was, as we all have touched and agreed. Even Shakita Brooks, thank you, Queen, for chiming in. Yesterday prices ain't today's prices. However, I have understood the game of you have to pay your dues. And as Sunshine said, after we pay our dues, okay, it's time to perform. Okay. And you cannot treat me like a rookie. I could do certain things in my damn sleep, right? You're going to pay me for my worth, but really you don't have a price tag for my worth because it's beyond even me. But if I'm willing to share my gift with you, don't take it for granted. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, my price might not be for you. That's fine. That's okay.
Oh, that's a word.
Yeah, my price might not be for you.
Everybody is not your client.
Everybody's not your client.
Mhm.
And every dollar is not a good one to cash. You know what I mean?
Amen.
It's not every dollar. And so you learn not to chase the bag. Even though people are like, I'm after the bag. I get that, but I'm not chasing it. I used to chase it. But then I realized, like, shit, you can't get the bag if you ain't got the people to help you make what you get. And so you really should be chasing the people that can help you get what you need to get. Right? So I said, you know what? The money will come. Worry about branding yourself. Worry about sharpening the iron, owning your craft. And I'm humble enough to tell people like, yo, I want to learn. If you're willing to teach me, I'm willing to learn. And I'm a great student, right?
Absolutely.
However, I have learned to move on, right? You got to learn to move on. And that ain't no disrespect. It ain't no love lost. It's none of that. It's a business. And as we're elevating and growing, that shows your growth as well. My price is about to go up next year for 2025. I might not have some of the same clients I had, and that's okay with me. That's fine. That's okay. Because guess what? What I don't do when I go and I patronize people's businesses, I might be like, oh, that's not my price point right now, but I respect it. And then if I can save my money up, I'll come back and get it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, yo, what kind of discount can I get? You didn't get no discount on making it or creating it or your time, and people don't factor none of that in there. So that's what it meant to me when I heard it. So now to the other question that I asked y'all to pin. Sunshine, why did you start podcasting?
Well, like I said, I started in the pandemic, and it was a radio show with Larry Book. And Larry was like, you ever thought about podcasting? And I'm like, no. He was like, I think you should do it. And it started from there of him walking me through. And I was like, this is the best thing since butter of podcasting. And for me, 85% of my guests that I've had since 2020, I've never met in person, even to this day. But we're still cool as if like we're family. And at the time, we couldn't be in the studio. We couldn't be in front. And I found it that they were much easier to say yes to a conversation not being in person. And so I kept it the same way. Like, I have no hesitation from any guest when they say, oh, do I got to come to you? And like, no, you can do it in your car. You can do it in your bathroom if you want to. It don't matter. As long as you show up at 7 o'clock, that's all I care about. And so that was from there, starting it from, again, reaching out when I couldn't physically touch you. I just want you to know that somebody care about you. And that was one of those hard moments of having COVID myself and not understanding, the social media made it seem like you was going to die soon as you had it. And that wasn't true. But it was my alarm clock to tell people, these are the ways that I cured it and I beat it. If I can do it, so can you. Stop listening to everybody saying that, hey, you get COVID, you're going to die. No, that is not the case. First of all, if we know everybody's immune system is different. Mm-hmm. And that's what it attacks. So if yours is strong, if certain things, every symptom didn't happen to me. So whatever way I could say to everybody in the world at one time, hey, you can live. You will live. That's what I did. So social media and podcasting was my best friend. And I'm still here.
Okay.
Ooh, that's nice.
Value people over pennies. All right, Shakita, I like that.
I almost jumped off this couch.
Don't do that. Let's see. Shakita coming through tonight. Thanks. Oh no, Queen. Thank you for stopping by and finding value in it. That's yes. What it's about. Thank you for that. So Rocki, same question. Why did you start podcasting out of all the things you do?
Well, I've always wanted to be on the radio ever since the days of listening to Mason in the morning, waking up, playing Hello Detroit, I come from the days of Frankie Darcell, Lisa, the Bushman, again, Mason and Ducey, and all of those, that era. And I just always want to be on the radio. And so after I went back to school at Specs Howard, I found that trying to get into what we call terrestrial radio, which is traditional radio, it was just a lot of politics. And Detroit, of course, is just it's a saturated market. So for me as a mother and wife, I wasn't able to travel to Lansing or to Port Huron just to be on the radio. And when I discovered podcasting, I met a lady by the name of Robin Kinney of Motor City Woman Radio. And when I met her and she told me she had her own radio network, I'm like, maybe I can get into podcasting. And I also discovered that with podcasting, I can say whatever I want. I don't have to worry about the FCC and all of these regulations. And that's what I needed. I needed to be able to be myself. And so I just, it started as a blog when I was in school. And just from there, I was like, you know what? I'm about to do my own thing. Again, betting on myself. Like, you know what? If you can't find it somewhere else, like my grandma said, create it. And that's just where I come from. If I can't find what I need or something, a space that's not serving me, I'm going to create that space. And so that's in a nutshell why I created. And I felt like our community, we needed to have more meaningful conversations, right? Because these social media sound bites, again, like people were just exchanging information and just, as you said, misinformation, Sunshine, got people scared, not just about COVID, but just about things in general as a Black community that we needed to know more about, conversations that we don't have that we should be having. And so that's part of why I created Rocki's Reality, to bring people on who could provide information, valid information, not just, oh, I've got an opinion and I'm going to say something. I really wanted to make sure that people were aware, like, this is what happens when you're going through this, that you don't have to be rich to estate plan. You don't have, there are, even if you don't have insurance, there are resources for mental health. How do you handle blended family issues? How do you handle marital issues? As far as a woman's health, as Black women, what are some things that we need to be aware of? And also with men as well. So I just wanted to make sure that I provided a platform for people. And like I said, Detroit, we have so much talent. We have a plethora of talent here. And I just feel like we're always highlighting other people and celebrities from other spaces. We need to highlight what's going on in Detroit. So that was, in a nutshell, why I created it.
I love it. I love it. All right, Miss Tan. Why did you start podcasting?
Well, it started off as just a vision to be able to reach people and to just let them know that they're not alone with certain situations. Because when my family's from the South, so a lot of stuff that I may have experienced through like my pregnancy or different things like that, they gave me their opinion, but times have changed. So now it's like I'm trying to fit your opinions into this new space where it doesn't necessarily fit. So having this podcast and this platform, it allows me and a group of friends to just have girl talk. And we talk about different situations, and maybe it may change your mind on something that you may be thinking, whatever the topic may be. But just pretty much to let women know you're not alone, especially women of color. Because we even talked about, I think it was maternal awareness. We talked about that because I didn't know until becoming pregnant that a lot of times Black women are the ones that don't make it when they're going through labor. It's not talked about, but if you were more educated and knew what was going on, then you'll know how to protect yourself and know what questions to ask. And that's like it. During that platform, I let women know, hey, speak up. When you're in that labor in the delivery room, speak up. Because my first pregnancy, I didn't really speak up too much. But when I had my son, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was speaking up. I was like, that hurts. Don't do it again. They told my doctor they did this in the room, and I didn't like it. So it's just to give someone that voice and to make them comfortable enough to speak up about something, because it's okay. You're not alone. Everybody got relationship issues. Everybody has issues with their family. Talk about it. And that's the only way you're going to heal. And to let people know, too, if you can't talk about it, like some people may not be comfortable calling someone, telling them what they deal with at home or how they're feeling being a mom or how their relationship with their dad or their absent parent or whatever has affected them. But there's other resources. You can listen to someone's podcast. It can be very therapeutic. You can find a therapist. It's okay to be Black and go to therapy.
Come on, say it.
I love it.
I do too.
I love going to therapy. Me and my therapist laugh. We have a good time. So it's just letting people know that those things are okay. Times have changed. The way I parent may not be the way my mom parented.
That's right.
But guess what? You can bridge that gap and find that common space. So it's just pretty much to give women a voice, especially women of color, because sometimes a lot of spaces try to take our voices away.
I love it. I love it. For me, I started podcasting pretty much like Sunshine and probably Rocki in 2020 during the pandemic. And shout out to Courtney Benjamin. He's the one. We were having a label meeting one day, and he was like, "Hey, TT, you ever thought about podcasting?" I was like, "Mm-mm." So we talked. He was like, "You should get into it. You know, I'm about to start doing it for me. I'm gonna get Christina to start doing this another way, streamline and blah blah blah." I'm like, "Oh, I don't got no money right now, so I'm not gonna be able to do that." So he was like, "What if I told you you could do it for free?" I was like, "Well, I got the equipment. You could do it from your phone." I was like, I ain't got no excuse now, right? So he was like, "I'm gonna walk you through it." Walk me through it, and I'm like, I ain't got no listeners, and how am I finding people? Because it was Anchor.fm. It was no visual. And then I started doing it, and I was like one of those, I'm going to do what I think I should do. So I'm going to do Married Couples Poor, if y'all remember. I didn't know you, Sunshine, back then. Rocki, I knew you, but I started all for married couples only. I only talked about married stuff because I'm married. I'm a marriage ministry leader for my church. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. This is what I need. So a couple of friends were like, I like your show, but I can't relate because I'm not married and things. And I'm like, I don't know. And so one day I was praying about it and I was thinking, I'm like, my friends need to be able to relate to some of these things. And then I'm like, I need to talk to everybody, not just married couples. And then I went on and changed it from Married Couples Poor to TT from the D. And then one day I was with Jervis Canty on his show. He was interviewing me and he called me and was like, TT, you need to have visuals. And I was like, how? He's like, you should go from StreamYard. I'm like, oh, I don't know about this. He said, I'm going to walk you through it. That man took his time. He was my mentor to get me started on the the visual side. Ran with this, still was on Anchor. One day talking to the legendary DJ K-Rock, MC Light's official DJ, interviewed him. And he was like, yo, T, you know what you should do, fam? You should think about doing a show in the morning time. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, then I ain't gonna do my TT from the B though, not happening Tuesdays. He's like, no, fam, like on iHeart and all that. And I'm like, huh. So on my iHeart and Amazon and Spotify, I talk about relationships, all the stuff y'all was just tapping into, real shit that we really deal with, right? From all levels. I talked about our kids going back to school. Shit we need to think about. You got a bus rider, a walker, a skateboarder. You need to, how to keep them safe, all that kind of stuff. And it has grown. And this is when Rocki said some shit that was real. And you're right, Rocki. We ain't got to worry about nobody like, boop, boop, bloop, 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 beep, beep. Nobody's going to block us since, we ain't got no rules. I was able to find myself on other platforms. And I'm able to hear my show. Well, I'll hear it over there, but there's people in other countries. My show right now is heard in 27 countries. And I know, right? I'm humbled because I'm thinking like, I don't promote. I don't pay for no ads. I don't buy them little fake bots. I don't do none of that. I get all kind of, know y'all do too. Hey, you want to build your social media? No. Let me get some genuine, authentic listeners and viewers. I thank you so much for shopping at Kmart, but no thank you. And so I'm like, I'll get who I get when I get them. And so with podcasting, for those of you that are listening and watching us, we're women. Yeah, women in podcasting. We are one and the same, yet we're different. We have a target audience that come from all different walks of life. because we have different styles.
Be careful how you pour it on that.
There is not one style that you should compare yourself to for those that are thinking about getting into podcasting. And that's what I'm about to ask y'all the next question. Yeah, let me stop me. I'm going to go there. For the woman, because this is Women in Podcasting tonight, for the woman that's listening that has the thought, I want to do podcasts, because I meet people all the time that tell me that, right? And when I start to explain some of the process, they don't want to put in the work, but they don't. Because I'm like, you got to do that. And yes, that's doing too much. I'm like, okay, well, sometimes I don't feel like doing my show. I was unmotivated today. Shout out to Nuss. I was unmotivated today because I had so much going on. Then I had some technical issues. I was like, all right, my podcast area is burning up. I don't know if y'all can hear my fan. I didn't want to turn the air on because I was like, it might be I said, but I'm not about to be having sweat pouring down. But yeah, some days you don't want to do your show. You don't. Some days people can't show up. And again, right now, I'm going to say thank you, Rocki. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Tan. I know all of y'all have things you got to get to. You were doing, you pulled yourself away from. Some of you don't feel, quite well to the best of your ability. And you still showed up for me. And I appreciate that. But it's days that people be like, yeah, I just ain't going to be able to make it. I still got to rock with it. So, saying all that to say, for that woman or that young girl, these teenagers, because they starting out young, right? What's your advice, Rocki, that you want to give to the woman that's listening that wants to get into podcasting?
Well, I'm laughing because, like you said, everyone wants the outcome, but they don't want to do the work to get the outcome. It is not easy, okay? It's many a time you have to pivot. Just be prepared to be resilient and to persevere. Things are not always going to work out the way you want them to. So you have to be flexible. You have to be able to spin on a dime, be willing to put in that work and that research. Put in that work and that research. Know what you're going to talk about too. Just don't be coming on there random. Have a plan of what you would like your focus to be, and just making sure that you stand true to yourself. Don't worry about copying other people. Stop trying to copy other people. Go with what God is guiding you. Your path is leading you. Go with the people who are supporting you. Don't worry about who's not supporting. And that's one thing I want to commend you on, TT, is consistency. Consistency is key. It's about quality more than quantity. You have to be consistent. You can't worry about if someone going to like it, because it will always be that one person who does like it, who it does resonate with. There have been shows that I've done that I was like, I don't know if that turned out well, and someone will pop in my inbox like, thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. Like, someone texted me the other morning and she was like, I just want to let you know she was telling me how she had a dream, and me and her were in a dream, and she was venting about something. And she said, I went to the refrigerator and got her a glass of water and told her, make sure you keep your focus, keep doing what you're doing. And she was like, I just want to tell you that was in my subconscious. I obviously dreamed about you because you were in my subconscious, because you're someone who I see pushing through. And I think authenticity too helps when people know that it's not always sugar and spice. There are times where I'm having tech issues and I'm like, oh Lord. But I let the audience know, look, y'all, we on CP time today, or we got some of your cousins' behavior. Just being a real person, because like you said, we have bots, we have AI, we have all this stuff. So I just really encourage someone, get ready for the long haul. This is not something you do like, oh, I just want to get into this to make money and I just want to be out here. Have a purpose with it too. Have a purpose. What is your purpose? Do you just want to be a talking head, or do you really want to impact lives? And that's part of my purpose as well. So perseverance, do your research. You can, of course, observe some of the people who you admire, but develop your own style as well. It's okay to do that. It's okay to be different.
I love that. You're right. You're right. And we all are different. Yeah, we're one and the same.
And it's okay to be similar, but also, it's okay to be different. Like, I'm that type. I'm going to go against the grain and do something different. I'm not doing what other people are doing. Like, I just got my kitchen renovated, and those blue cabinets.
I love it. I can't wait to come and get a glass of wine.
Listen, we're going to have a game night. But that was one of those projects where I really had to come outside of myself and be like, you know what? I want to do something different than the regular traditional brown cabinets. We're going to do blue.
And I love it.
And the lady who remodeled it for me, she was like, you the first customer I had who leaped out and said, I'm going to do some blue cabinets. And it's just like, that's just part of what I try to do in life, to set that tone, to be different from others. I can be a team player. I know how to go along, but I'm not going to just go along to get along, especially at this age. So I really just recommend staying true to yourself and listening to your inner voice. A lot of times, pray, meditate, because a lot of times when we're listening to other people, it's something that might not be necessarily what needs to happen for our path, because everyone is different.
Yeah.
And it takes a while to build that up, though. It definitely does. It doesn't come instantly. But again, always bet on yourself and know that you're putting when you put that effort forward, it's not always going to come immediately, but it will come at some point. Because like you, TT, I've had people listening from Brazil to Guyana to Colorado, and I'm like, people listening. Yeah. So be consistent. Be consistent.
Amen. Okay. All right. Next up, 10. What would you want to say?
I would say walk by faith and not by sight, and to get out of your own way, because a lot of times you can talk yourself out of something that you want to do, and you can easily get discouraged by like the new trend, social media. Just because it may not work for somebody else does not mean that it's not gonna work for you. So walk by faith, not by sight. I have it tattooed on my foot as my constant reminder. Like that, if I'm looking down and I'm getting a little beside of myself, like, oh, I can't do this. Nope. Hold your head high. Walk by faith and not by what you're seeing, because you're going to feel a lot and you're going to get discouraged. But keep going and get out of your own way. You are, like, a lot of times we hold ourselves back. So just get out your own way and do it.
Okay. I hear ya. All right, Sunshine. What would you like to tell that woman listening?
As the theme has been said, it's okay to be different. I be different on purpose. Probably every 2 months I change my hair color. What color it's gonna be today, I do not know, and I don't care. I'm definitely into the blue, the black, the pink, whatever. It doesn't matter. At one point, there was a moment of low self-esteem, right? And when I got to a point where I got out of that personal prison, I said to myself, I will never go back. I won't allow anybody to put me in one, nor would I put myself in one. And so for me, it's thank God I don't look like what I used to be. And this is what I bring to podcasting. I'm going to show you that I used to have scars. And I'm going to show you that God healed them scars. I'm going to show you that I wasn't always picked and still not being picked. But guess what? God picked me, and that's all that matters. So when I get on this podcasting, it's not just for the people that's, the audience. It's for me. It starts with me. So even if I don't have one person on here, guess what? I don't care. It ain't about you. It's not. At the end of the day, it's my message is the village. We got to go back to that. When we said, it's just us, forget about the next door neighbor, forget about our cousins that live around the corner, that's where we messed up at. Because we never going to make it on our own. Ever. If that was the case, he wouldn't have instituted family. Hello? I ain't trying to be the minister tonight, but however, what we showing, what we give out, this is why we do what we do. This year, it was, showcasing Black love and showing why we love to do what we do. I don't get paid to do what I do here on that podcast that I have. I don't get paid for that. I do it because I love to do it. And just like Rocki, sometimes I'll be having to encourage myself because I'll be like, ain't nobody on here. Is anybody listening? Do they care? As soon as I feel like I might want to give up, here comes somebody saying, you know what? I love your show. Well, why you ain't saying nothing? Why you ain't on there telling me that you on there? How I'm supposed to know? Then they turn around and tell you, you know what? I love your show. I'm on here every week. Really? I almost quit because you wasn't showing up and telling me that you was there. How I'm supposed to know? Ghost? What is you doing? Your topic, this is that, and you always... And here I am, you know, with lashes trying to be feminine and stuff. And I'm crying and lashes falling off and all of this stuff. I'm going all out the way. And you don't even tell me you here. Really? You got to do it when nobody else is watching.
That's right.
You got to do it when that $50 comes, well, however much this StreamYard thing is these days. You got to pay it. You're using Canva to do your flyers and all this stuff. This stuff costs.
Come on now, make it plain.
It costs.
Yeah.
That goes along with your electricity and everything else. It costs.
Yeah. Yes.
At the end of the day, I ain't heard nobody talk about that part. But
yeah, you're right. It does.
You talking about it. You talking about it.
You're right.
It costs. This ain't free. At the end of the day, when I don't feel like it, I still got to show up. Somebody popular that I reached out to said, yes, I'm coming on the show. We good. That same day. Didn't show up. No call, no show. And my first thing was, you know what? I'm tired of Nick. Did I say Nick? I'm tired of folks.
Where the bell?
I'm going to send my
I'm tired of folks sleeping on me and disrespecting me as if I don't have time.
Yeah.
Listen here, and I'm gonna say it politely as I can.
Go right ahead.
If you accept the invitation, y'all got the organ playing in the background. If you accept the invitation, and I set aside time to talk to you, I could have been talking to somebody else. I could have been asleep for that much. Y'all know I love sleep.
Yeah. And
you don't show up, I'm going to do one favor for both of us because God say I'm going to forgive you. It ain't for you. It's for me, right? I'm not going to go on social media and blast you even though I want to. I want to go on social media and cuss you out, but I ain't going to do that because I'm not going to block my blessing because you want to be a butthole. Especially when I talk to you the same day to say, are you sure you good? We coming? Yeah. And then you don't show up.
When they could have simply just said, no, I can't do it.
Can we reschedule?
Just be honest. But you're right. It is that you said something, Sunshine. It's about the work you put in when people are not watching. Yeah, people do not understand all the behind the scenes preparation that goes into podcasting. They really do not understand. People be like, oh, you got that person. I was like, you don't know how many emails and phone calls. And I have had a major celebrity not show up for me. A major celebrity just pretty much left me hanging after I had spoken to his rep and verified that he was coming. And he, no call, no show, didn't send a text or anything. And that definitely, pisses me off. Because in this age, all you got to do is send a text message.
Let me say this part.
All you got to do is send a text message. But, you know, that I digress.
We digress. Right. I'm going to say this part. So, when I get to my TV show,
okay.
See my face.
Okay.
When I get to the goal.
Come on now.
Please don't.
Don't call me.
Don't call me and say, I'm sorry. Can I come? No, you cannot. See, one thing you gonna understand is I love our remember when story. Ooh, you gonna say, I remember when I had the opportunity to be on Sunshine's show and I disrespected her and didn't show up, didn't say nothing. And then on top of that, they had the nerve to be on somebody else's show when you supposed to be on mine.
Oh,
don't think I forget because I don't forget nothing. I watch everything, even to the point when you don't share my flyers, but you sharing everybody else's stuff. Oh, I'll pay attention.
That's
to
all right,
everything.
Karma don't forget though,
Oh,
baby.
you talking
Don't worry
good.
about it.
Sip of my wine. You
Don't
talking
worry. God gonna work that out. God
Play
is gonna work that out.
me. It's okay. I don't say nothing. I watch everything.
Mhm.
But that's fine. Keep thinking I'm little. But you know what? Big things come in little packages, don't they?
They
Yeah.
do.
That's another piece of advice, TT, to especially being in entertainment. I've learned you have to have a tough skin.
Yeah.
Woo.
You have to have a tough skin because there's going to be a lot of rejection.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of people who take your time for granted, who
Yeah.
don't value you. And that's why I say I always bet on myself. I always bet on myself because I know God favors me.
Amen.
I know that. So, I know that I do right by people.
Yep.
So if you don't do right by me, it's just it's karma is gonna remember. And not that I want it to be revenge, but when you don't treat people right, when you don't handle business right, when you do things to certain people, and it's like at first you're like, oh, I want to get revenge, and I'll be like, you know what, God, you know what, you blocked that for a reason.
Absolutely.
So sometimes I've come to learn. Sometimes people, even though they might have not handled it the right way, God blocked that for a reason.
Absolutely. And I want to say too, TT,
Go ahead.
before you get to yourself, I have since I've met you, and I've told you this several times, amazing is not the word. I don't even think there's a word in the Bible. I mean, not the Bible, but I don't think there's a word in a dictionary for you. I tried looking in it, I tried to search. I haven't found a word that could literally describe you, even in your own going through things in your own body and being there for your husband, your children, and being there for everybody when they call on you, ripping and running from stage manager to the point the other day, and I was dead serious, and I still am. You got 2 years. 2026. I'm going to have on a card or a t-shirt, TT is my manager. And I'm not playing. And she was like, you serious? Yes, I'm dead serious. Because at the end of the day, I have asked people for advice. And then, just keep on. But one thing TT is going to do, if I don't know, I'm going to find out.
Yep.
And she was honest with me even when I asked her to be my manager. I got a hard time trying to keep up with myself, let alone somebody else. But thank you for asking. And at the end of the day, once she get herself together, I consider it. Okay. Even though I didn't hear consider, I heard you. Okay, yes, you are. Go pee. But she has been consistent in everything she's done, in the front of a camera, behind the camera, before the camera even get out the box. She's still the same way. So yes, anytime TT asks me to do something, you got a slot? If I don't have a slot, I'm gonna make a slot. If TT asks me to go to the moon with her, no, I ain't got no business being in the moon. I'm going to jump to the moon and ask how we going to get down later. I don't care. At the end of the day, I don't got no wig on today, but if I had one on,
you know what?
I would take it off. Just in salute to you, because I was already hot. And I was trying to put that pink wig on, and the Lord said it's too hot for all that. So what you saw in that picture, that price you saw yesterday, ain't today.
I can't take you. I can't. I just absolutely can't. I can't take you.
The Lord said, free yourself. That's what he did. So thank you, TT, for always being TT.
Yes.
I receive all of that. And, I feel the same way. Like, I can call upon any one of you ladies. Personally, I know that. Or professionally. Our circles run intertwined, we know some of the same people. We rock out, we hang out, we support one another. And again, like I'm getting ready to let y'all go be free because I'm over the mark. And when it's good, that's one thing about podcasting. It gets real good. And your time, you like, oh, you know, and I don't want it to be like when I call you, like, you coming to girl, hell no, because last time you had me on, I was like, I know, I'm so sorry. But I just, I'm always grateful. My part that I wanted to tell a person that's listening is that it's the no's you have to learn to appreciate. You're gonna get your level of no's. You gotta get those no's to get to the yes. And as M said a long time ago, you only need that one shot, right? It's real talk. You just need that one. I know so many different people that have elevated that are now what we know as celebrities, where they have gone to that level because they got that one shot, but they have so many freaking no's, right? I did a thing just the other day. I did a couple things and I'll be talking about it soon, but it was just like, I had a lot of no's or crickets or halos rolling down the street. And I'm like, I knew somebody was on this road besides me, but they ain't nobody answering. They hide behind the blinds or whatever. And it's like, but your time is coming. I had one amazing man say, yo, speaking and saying your time is on the rise, it's coming. And then I got an opportunity and I'm like, wow. And then it was like all gas, no break, right? But I had a lot of no's. And in the beginning, them no's gonna hurt, ladies, for those of you that want to get into this industry or the entertainment circle, because those no's hurt too, right? But you gonna appreciate them because when you get to the yes, you won't take them for granted. And you will learn to show up. Like what you saying about me, Sunshine, I received that. Seriously, I do. But you do the same. You know what I'm saying? You do the same. Rocki does the same. Tan on another level does the same. We are, like I said in the beginning of this show, we're all different, but yet we are one and the same. And I think one of our love languages is the gift of help. We want to help people be better versions of themselves. We want to educate people, get them the education that they don't know where to get it from. We're a wealth of knowledge. We know somebody, as you said, Rocki, earlier. If we don't know, we'll go figure it out and find out because we know somebody that does know. And we'll come back and bring it to the person who don't know so we can help empower them. And that's what it's about. That's why we are the women we are as podcasters. And that's what we're disguised as. Let me just tell you that. We're disguised as podcasters, but we are warriors. We are doing some amazing things in people's lives that you might not always get told. I appreciate what you did because that did this for me. Sometimes they're so in disbelief, they just go with the flow of their life and they forget to come back and tell you that. But I'm that girl that'll come back and say, hey, I want you to know, if it wasn't because I pay homage to people when it's necessary. You could pay it to me or not. I'm not gonna be like, well, they wouldn't be there if it wasn't for me. I don't give a hoot. I know what I did. Ain't nobody even got to know about what I did. I just want to see you win because I'm tired in the race sometimes. That don't mean this race needs to end. That means the next person in front of me, on the side of me, hey, sis, can you carry this baton because you got the juice? Go. Your name gonna be on the winner thing, not mine, but I carried it as far as I can and passing it on. And I think that's what we do as podcasters. We give what we can, and then we pass it on to others to do the same. It's about paying it forward. So tonight, I want to salute each one of you for what you do in the community. I want to salute you for what you're doing on your platforms. I love when I catch your shows because I'll be all over the place. But when I see it, I'll chime in. I'll make my comments. I love to share. If you got things and I can see it, I'll share it. You ain't got to ask me, hey, can you share this for me, TT? If I see it, now if I don't see it, you might could be like, yo, TT, can you share? I got you. No problem. I'm not going to be like, because I know people that don't share other people's stuff. And I'm like, you can ask me to share, but you never share. And I never ask, why don't you ever do it? I just like, well, you know what, Lord God, I'm going to keep on doing it. Because that's me. You're not going to change who I am. I'm going to be TT from the D, period. But Everybody ain't the same. Everybody ain't gonna do that. And so what y'all doing great at it. I want y'all to keep doing it. I love each one of you individually, collectively. We the shit from the D. Don't let nobody else tell you nothing different. Tan, you are on to something. You and your team. You're one of the only trio podcast female groups that I know about. There's a trio. I know some duos, but you're the first trio. When you first told me you were thinking about it, I'm glad that you took my little few tips and just went with it. Don't stop. Don't let nothing and nobody stop you and your team. Encourage them, but you have to encourage yourself. Rocki, baby, it's gonna come a time real soon that you ain't gonna be doing that 9 to 5. It's coming. It's coming. Oh, it's coming.
You know I've been struggling. I've been struggling.
That's why I'm talking and I'm speaking life into it.
Baby.
It's coming.
Woo.
And it's not gonna come the way you want it to come. It's gonna come differently. And when it comes, because you told our dad what you want. You told our dad what you want.
I done wrote it down.
And that's what he says, right? The vision makes you plain, right? And it's coming. It's gonna come. And Sunshine, that TV show, I can't wait till we can be a guest on there. Now you gotta save some space. Now, I don't know if I'll be your manager at that time, but even if I'm not, I'm gonna go off to your assistant and be like, I know, no, just tell her it's TT, Rocki, and Tan. Tell her that a couple of years ago, 2 years ago we said, but it's seriously, your show gonna come. And you're gonna be able to be you. Because the world, as Rocki said earlier, we gotta be exactly who we be because there's people that's banking on us being who we are. We got enough people with the reality TVs and all that other stuff. We got enough of that, and for the shits and giggles, right? But the authenticity is what we need. When I'm inspired by people, it's not the fake shit I'm inspired by. I'm inspired by that. Oh, damn, they really showed that. They really said that. They really did that. Because that's real. We live in real time. There are no understudies to none of us. This is not a script. This is not rehearsed. There is no rollback. We're going to do it again unless we do a second show. It is what it is, and it's going to be what it's going to be, flat out. That's how I see it.
I think even with the show, I was watching the impact, and people might get pissed off about Ellen DeGeneres, and might be pissed off about Arsenio Hall. But I see myself with, if it was me, I would be a mixture of them both. Ellen touched every part of entertainment, being gay or not gay. Arsenio Hall was controversy from start, introducing hip hop artists. Even brought on Farrakhan. That was the last straw. But however, he brought them all on. And that's all they remember about that 90s was Arsenio Hall. Nobody in no part of entertainment was messing with Arsenio Hall, especially at nighttime. So
he's a history maker too. He's a history maker.
Absolutely.
He made history.
So at the end of the day, we are all trailblazers, right? Yeah. Whether we see it today, maybe on our, I don't want to say tombstone, but however, we made a difference. We're making a difference, not only for the people in our audience, but our family members and for ourselves. Because again, it starts with us. TT, some of the things that I do now, I got from you. Being able to go on a stage and be everything I can be. The last play or whatever, that wasn't the last play, but having you as stage manager, I felt comfortable in doing this role and kicking butt when they wanted to fire me. TT pulled me to the side like, you can do this, you got it. Now do it. So again, we got people in our circle, all of us, that can pull our coattail and say, no matter what's going on, we all have life and life in.
That's right.
I can still call on my sisters. I just reached out to Rocki the other day. There's still some stories we got to tell.
Amen.
Somebody got to have courage, and I ain't gonna say balls, but somebody got to have boldness to tell it.
Amen.
We ain't all pretty for no reason.
Boop, boop.
Because I stay on the east side, okay? And I will
Okay.
be your butt.
Don't look at that. I knew Rocki was gonna roll her neck on that.
East side all day, baby.
Hey, they don't know. They don't know.
I'm just saying, they gonna find out today.
Well, Queens, I've enjoyed you guys. I hope that we'll be able to do this again. I would love to have a part 2. I'd like to add another queen to this roster.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Expand out. Thank you. Because I know y'all nights have been
You're
long, and I
welcome.
took y'all over the time. So I'm gonna let y'all be free. I'm gonna play this commercial as you guys go on and be great. Then I'm gonna play the music that I said I would play, and I'm gonna close this out. For all of our listeners and followers, one thing, Sunshine, I needed to know this for sure because I did not want to put the wrong thing up here. As far as Instagram, what is your Instagram name that people can follow?
Which one? Or the show?
Yes.
I think it Keeping It Real Conversations, I believe.
And it's the G not right. It's not in there, right?
It's not a G. No.
Okay. Keeping It Real Conversations.
Yeah, I believe that is. Yeah, because it was too long to put out the whole name.
Good. Because that's why I was holding it up. I had it. So just for our viewers and listeners, Rocki, can you tell the people how they can keep up with you on social media?
So you can find me at Rocki's Reality, ROCKIS, REALITY. And also my second page is Right Down to It, WRITEDOWNTOIT. That is my page where I write and edit, and also I am a publicist. But for the podcast, Rocki's Reality. Thank you.
Boop, boop. All right. Next up, Tan, how can I keep up with you on social media?
Well, we are at MILFN Podcast, and that's MILFN Podcast on Instagram. And then we also have a YouTube channel where we post our shows. And then for me personally, it's _perfectly designed, but it's _PURRFECTLYDEZIGNED.
Holy Father, I feel like I'm a kindergartner. What? All right. That's a long thing, ma'am. We don't talk about that. But that's you, boo. That's you. But I got MILFN up there. They know that. I like MILFN, your shirt. What's your shirt? MILFN Podcast. And again, what does MILFN stand for? For the not nasty minded people. What does
Give me
MILFN?
1 second, TT. 1 second.
Okay, go ahead and sneeze and do all that. We'll come back for 10 for that. Sunshine, I have on here Keeping It Real Conversations, but how can they keep up with you on social media?
So on IG is Keeping It Real Conversations. Also, my personal IG is Sunshine Camila, KAMELA. Even though that's not how you really spell my name, but however, Facebook is Sunshine Camila, KAMELA, and the YouTube channel is Keeping It Real Conversations with Sunshine.
Awesome. I'm going to be dropping a thank you for listening video, a little promo thing, and it'll have all of that on there for you guys. So, Tan, what were you saying right before you went off camera?
Oh, for the perfectly designed. So that's because I'm a Zeta. So the is for the cat. So that's why it's so long.
I'm a Zeta. Okay.
And MILFN stands for Motherhood, Intimacy, Love, Family / Friends. And the N doesn't have a meaning, but it just flows. And podcast.
Okay. Well, ladies, I appreciate y'all. I love you guys. I want you to have a wonderful evening. Tell your spouses thank you for letting me borrow y'all an extended time. I'm sorry if I kept any love and intimacy from
Mine is at work, honey. So it's the kid.
Mine in the studio.
Right.
Yeah.
So now I gotta go find a pencil case for the kid. The kid needs a pencil case. Y'all might have saw me talking when I was on mute. I was talking to the 13-year-old.
I got one next door. Yeah, so it's good.
So it's okay. We always make time. You always make time for what you need.
Yeah.
Amen.
And I appreciate it as always, ladies. It was great meeting you, Tan, and of course, Sunshine. You know we're gonna get it together.
Nice
And
meeting you.
Tan, you might want to check out Rocki's page.
I'm checking everybody out.
Rocki's reality. Actually, I'll be on this Thursday with Lazar Favors of Black Legacy Spirits. So
nice. Okay.
Yep, I'm checking everybody out.
Yep. Same here. I'll be following. I think I already follow Sunshine, but if not, I will.
Cool beans.
Yeah, I think you do. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, we got some new friends on tonight, and for all the people that tuned in tonight, ACT's blessings to y'all.
Yeah, okay. That's my sister right there.
She got some phenomenal teas. I gotta have her back. Next week, I'm gonna have on exercise guru. His name is Bravo. Ladies, y'all might want to chime in. We're gonna talk about that. He is amazing. But until then, I'm gonna play this commercial, play some good music. Y'all have a wonderful night. And for those of you that still want to hang out, I'm gonna keep that strolling down there. Write down their addresses on IG. Now they dropped the other stuff and they said it to you, but this is what I have that I'm sharing with you guys. And then again, when I do drop the thank you for tuning in, you'll have all of their social media handles. I love you, ladies. You guys have a great night, and I will see you soon.
All righty.
You too. Thank you, TT.
You're welcome, Queen. Good night. All right, y'all. It was a longer night. I kidnapped those queens. I am so sorry. Not sorry. I love them. They are amazing women. Remember, you see it down there scrolling. Check them out. They are phenomenal at what they do. I'm getting ready to play this commercial. I did a thing. I've been doing some things lately, but I was blessed to be a part of a book. And so I'm going to play this commercial and you can check it out. And then I'm going to play some music from Marcus Divine. And then I got a couple other little things that I'm going to bring to you.
We never perceive brokenness or a bad thing as good until later when we see the good things that can come from the bad thing. Sometimes the bad situations that happen in our lives can put us on the right path to the best thing that will happen to us and position us for healing. As I was minding my own healing, I learned that healing is a personal journey of becoming whole or healthy again that involves a process of physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual experiences. Healing doesn't mean forgetting or ignoring the pain. It's when the pain no longer controls you. When you can detach from what has been inflicted and only take the lessons with you. Some say time heals all wounds. That's not true. Time alone does not heal you. You heal you. God has already given us his healing power and placed it on the inside of every believer. It's up to us to access it and activate it. My prayer is that the words, scriptures, information, and testimonies of the contributing authors poured into this book will inspire, encourage, motivate you to navigate through your healing journey. It's never too late to heal. It's never too late to start minding your own healing. The pain and hurt may not have been your fault, but the healing is your responsibility. My proverb is, hurt people hurt other people, but healed people heal others. My name is Melanie Smiles, and I'm the author of the book Minding My Own Healing, and you can get your copy and start minding your own healing at www.melaniesmiles.com. It's also available on Amazon, at Barnes & Noble, Walmart, and other media platforms.
So I am excited to be a part of that. I'm one of the contributing authors of that amazing book. It is a great book. We're working on having a book signing. I do have books. My books came in today. If you are interested in purchasing a book, please email me at TT. Actually, don't send it to that. I'm about to give you my other one. So email me at Teresa, TERESA at ttfromthed.com. Let me know if you would like to purchase a book. I will talk with you there. I'm going to play Greatest Show by Marcus Divine. This is one of his newest singles.
Come on, let's grab the Kama Sutra and add a new page, yeah. On this bed, I will perform like it's my stage, yeah. It's a sold-out show for a crowd of only one. You got the best seat in the whole damn house, baby, right down front. Tell the light now, turn the lights down low. Come on, baby, ready, set, go. You know what you came here for. It's about to be the greatest show on earth, greatest show on earth. And you won't believe just how I put in work, how I put in work. See, I don't need a rehearsal. This is what I do. My first act's an hour, and it's dedicated to you. It's about to be the greatest show on earth, the greatest show on earth tonight. Ooh, so don't you go nowhere. Baby, stay right there. Baby, stay right there. Cause I'm about to do that number you like. Is this what you've been waiting for? Can I get a little crowd participation? You're doing fine. Thank you for this standing ovation. These lights so hot, sweat running down your body. I just might give you an encore. So it's about to be the greatest show on earth. Yeah, greatest show on earth. And you won't believe just how I put in work, how I put in work. See, I don't need a rehearsal. This is what I do. My first act's an hour, and it's dedicated to you. It's about to be the greatest show on earth, the greatest show on earth tonight. Yeah, I might have to autograph that cookie. Come on and bring it to me. Let me write my name all on it, girl. And I can't wait to touch ya. Damn, I don't need no ushers, cause I got this handle. Trust me, it's about to be the greatest show on earth. Yes, it is. Greatest show on earth, girl. And you won't believe. Trust me, you won't believe now. Just how I put in work. Watch me, girl. How I put in work. Don't need a rehearsal. This is what I do. This is what I do. First act's an hour. Yeah. It's dedicated to you. Oh, yes, it is. It's about to be the greatest show on earth. Yes, it is. The greatest show on earth tonight. Yeah, it's about to be the greatest show on earth tonight.
That was Greatest Show by Marcus Divine. Next up, we're going to play a video from Kima from Total. Shout out to Kima, called Love Me Back.
Hey, mama, I guess I messed up and fell for a picture so perfect I thought it was real, but I couldn't tell, no. Hey, mama, I guess I thought that my moving image would one day learn
Listen, I love that song, but that video is cold. It gives me Ron Isley energy and vibe. Okay. Next up, I can't not do this. And I shout out to my husband, Swifty McVeigh. He let me help out. I sat in on assisting with casting extras for the video. You'll see your girl, TT from the D in this video. I'll be in there dancing around with my red boots on. I got curly, quick weave, asymmetric, giving it that 90s vibe. But yeah, this is what? None other than Welcome to Detroit.
Welcome to Detroit.
This be us, we up and tore from a different cloth. A nigga that can do anything that he wants, still puff, even if I have to piss in a cup. My life is glistening, sipping while I'm pimping. Player haters keep their distance, cause I'm different. Can't play a G, what separate me from the fake, I remain the same. Every season, the game that they kick is lame. Ridiculous, repetitions, you need somebody unpredictable that you can rely on. Surprise with a blindfold, fly the sky till we reach a different time zone. Invite your top models, you got them, then I'ma call up rock bottom to cop bottles. Detroit related, can't be duplicated. Holla, your favorite mobster staying high with a plate of lobster. Paying off coppers, and ain't no fake niggas hanging in my roster. Refrain from talking, remaining solid. Acknowledge the dollars, they don't want problems. The school of hard knocks is where I went to college. Fuck with a scholar that's brutally honest. Welcome to Detroit.
Welcome to the city where we're breaking all the rules. Nobody's fucking with us. Nobody. Hate on my city and you probably make the news. Nobody's fucking with us.
Welcome to the city where we don't play games. Stink pink gators and Cartier frames. Niggas flip cane, hit the strip club with a banger and quick to lick the Benjamins rain. Welcome to the city of the late 5-0. It would take 3 hours to make it to your home, letting criminals go. All they want is cargo, undercover cops with the spirit of Alonzo. I'm no hoe, my city ain't either. We make profit, y'all be breaking even. Oh, let's go, there's no bobbing and weaving. Chalk in the flow is all that we believe in. The home of G's and carjackers. $40,000 strapped to their abdomen. Pop you first, then walk away mobbing. Acknowledge the dollars, they don't want problems. The school of hard knocks is where I went to college. Fuck with a scholar that's brutally honest.
Welcome to the city where we're breaking all the rules. Nobody's fucking with us. Hate on my city and you probably make the news. Nobody's fucking with us.
We ain't got nothing to hide, fuck pride. Welcome to the city where we'll shoot a nigga's rides just for looking in our eyes. Average street guys will beat up a Muslim and take his bean pies. Welcome to the city where we don't fake jack. Our daddies will max and listen to 8 tracks. Black Cadillacs, I ain't gonna lie. In the 80s where they looked up to YBI. The sky's the limit, we ain't no gimmicks. We the realest, we either rap about it or live it. The women get wicked, yeah they gonna shoot, that's within a millisecond. Turn us to a zoo if you sell the wolf ticket. Me and Big Poof used to listen to our records. Chillin' with the goons in the motorcycle jacket. 7 Mile, that's what I'm reppin'. Nigga, we would never disrespect it. Acknowledge the dollars, they don't want problems. The school of hard knocks is where I went to college. Fuck with a scholar that's brutally honest.
Welcome to the city where we're breaking all the rules. Nobody's fucking with us. Hate on my city and you probably make the news. Nobody's fucking with us.
Welcome to Detroit.
love that video. Welcome to Detroit. What? It's your girl TT from the D. Okay, so my last video for tonight, the last one for the night, I promise you, it's going to be one of my favorites from Kaniva and Swifty from D12. My why. And so before I play this, because in closing, we're going to be out of here. I want to thank you guys for viewing and listening. Check out those beautiful, amazing ladies. Let me put the info up there that I had on Women in Podcasting. We have Rocki Harris from Rocki's Reality. We have Sunshine from Keeping It Real Conversations and Tan from MILFN Podcast. And you know, I'm your girl TT from the D. You can catch me here for Tap In Tuesday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Next week, my special guest will be Bravo. We'll be talking about health and keeping our lives intact with what we eat and how we treat our bodies and so much more. Now, I'm going to play this video and I want you guys to have a wonderful night. And remember, you can catch me at the top of the morning show at 6 a.m. Monday through Friday on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcasts. Salute.
Well, alright. See what you never understand it. This is the way that we planned it. Thank you for what God and the fans did. My family that took all the chances. So hating ain't getting you nowhere. I can't even hear you, I'm too high. I can't even hear you, I'm too high. You'll never be louder than my Never be, never be, never be, never be, never be, never be louder than my Never be, never be, never be, never be, never be louder than mine.
Are you backstabbers coming with a million daggers? Why you mad at us? Probably could be platinum status. And we down with Marshall Mathers. We created a path for a lot of you rappers in the past. A lot of people thought we wouldn't last. Back in the days when we was trapping on the Ave and rapping in the class. A lot of people laughing, they doubted us. When shady records scouted us, they was flocking around trying to be down, they was fond of us. And when we was anonymous, then people was nowhere to be found. When proof was laid down, it created a ghost town. A lot of people started to clown. Dirty bastards, handing me a mixtape, standing right in front of his casket. Now wow, you thought that we would never let it go, when y'all the reason I'm more petty than before. Back when money was flowing heavy in the dough, standing backstage at every other show. Things done changed, phone don't ring, couldn't even tell me my son's name. All that money that I gave away, stabbed me in the back, smiling in my face. Couldn't even wait to the funeral before I got a phone call. Let's do a tribute song. Hell no, I wasn't around y'all, and you don't know me, that's a tip I'm on. Still strong, me and Kaniva got it poppin'. Don't try to ride along. I'm pushing these rappers off of the bandwagon, Dirty Dozen, still tatted on my arm. Backstabbers. You never understand it. This is the way that we planned it. Thank you for what God and the fans did. My family that took all the chances. So hating ain't getting you nowhere. I can't even hear you, I'm too high. I can't even hear you, I'm too high. You'll never be louder than my Never be, never be, never be, never be, never be, never be louder than my Never be, never be, never be, never be, never be, never be.
Young Marty, back up. Young Marty, back up. You shut up, stupid.
Well, alright.
It's amazing how time flies and things change. Familiar faces turn to strangers. Stop hanging with people who put me in almost everything except for their prayers. Niggas swear they look out for you, steady scheming. Be right with you, not in they head agreeing. As soon as they think that you sleeping, they try to finesse you and sell you a dream. And look, I ain't got time for it. You want yours, better grind for it. It's like attention replace respect these days. The way you niggas out here straight dying for it. I'm a grown man on my own too. They don't appreciate your time, move on, dude. They know what they be doing, they be wrong too. You do the most dirty, say somebody wrong. You look, nigga, I'm trying to put this shit behind me. I know where I'm from, you ain't gotta remind me. I come from the gutter, yo, it's still inside me. Keep looking for the old me, you gon' find him. That's how it is that way. For those who act fake, I've outgrown you, I can't relate. Mentally, you in the same old place, falling in and out with people in your circle. Straight, nothing personal, yeah it is. Those close to me, y'all know what it is. Grown folks talk, you don't get it when you visit. You can sit at the little table and eat with the kids. You gotta do what's best for you, even when the devil's at his best and he's testing you. Buckle down and keep pressing through. Don't let the stress of betrayal mess up your blessings, do.
See what you never understand it. This is the way that we planned it. Thank you for what God and the fans did. My family that took all the chances. So hating ain't getting you nowhere. I can't even hear you, I'm too high. I can't even hear you, I'm too high. You'll never be louder than mine. Never be, never be, never be, never be, never be, never be louder than my Never be, never be, never be, never be, never be, never be louder than my
You ever drunk in a motherfucker, man? I'm drunk in a motherfucker. You can't even stand up. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand up. You want to stand up and wind up with Canava? Come on, man. He's spit live. I'm out of here.